Test, 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 test. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I take care of my houseplants. We're going to be de-watering, fertilizing, and just showing you how I keep up with it. I have a ton of plants. The game plan is to go room by room and show you what kind of plants I have. It's super easy maintenance. I actually keep a recurring reminder in my phone every 2 weeks during the winter to make sure that they're watered and fertilized and just pruned and dust off and all that kind of good stuff. So we're here in my front. I have the hiccups so bad. This is like the most inconvenient timing to have hiccups. We're here in my front room, which is my craft room. I'm in the middle of stuff on the table, and my house is not clean because it's Sunday and we've had a lot of things going on, and I'm just not in a rush to clean it. So you'll see real people living in real places. Okay, so how I fertilize my houseplants is I make it super simple on myself. I got this Dr. Earth's houseplant pump and grow for indoor plants, okay? No mixing, easy to use. And basically, you shake well, simply add directly to the soil surface at the base of each plant. Press the pump 1 time for every gallon of soil, small pots, or 4 to 5 times for larger pots. So this is super cool because most liquid fertilizers you have to mix into the water, and it's just messy and it's tinky, as my nephew says. So this is great because you literally just pump it in the soil of the base of where the plant comes out, and then you water in just a little bit, and that's it. So I do this during the winter about once a month, and then during the summer every 2 weeks. But I haven't done it in a long time, so we're going to do it today. And then I just have a pitcher of water. We're going to get to it. Here we go. We're going to start over here with this little tiered area. I also have a pair of snips just to get off any dead leaves or anything like that. Then I also grabbed a microfiber cloth and just stamped it so we can wipe off any extra dust on leaves that it's super bad. So this little thing, John's grandma got for us. Hi, Layla. Hi, baby. Did they leave you? You want to come? You want to water plants with me? You're so sweet. Okay, so I had to get a little inventive because the pump on my pump fertilizer wasn't working. So I got a turkey baster. It works. Hi.
Oh, there's so much on?
No. Sometimes houseplants, if they are super dry. Okay, here's how I tell if something needs to be watered. Here's my tip. If something needs to be watered and I don't know, stick my finger inside the soil, and it goes to about right here where your knuckle bends right there, or you can put it up to your knuckle. And if it's dry, I will soak it. So that's how I do things. That's how I water things. Now, some plants require more water than others just by what kind of plant it is. So, and you might need to check it like once a week, or I would just glaze over them and see what needs what. These string of hearts that I have here, they want a sunny location, and they don't want it too wet, but they obviously don't want it parching dry either. So there's also an app called Picture This, I think. I'll put a picture up of what it looks like. And it's a great tool. Like, it's free, I think. And you can also pay for, different levels of accessibility. But you basically take a picture of whatever you're wanting, if it's a plant or a seedling or a weed, and it'll tell you what it is, what kind of sun it requires, what kind of water it needs. So that's a very helpful tool as well. So I'm just going to take the excess of this and pour it back in here. And make sure that you have a drainage hole in your pots, and then you can have like a little coaster or another drainage, what are these called? Plates. I have plastic ones. I want to get the terracotta ones, but you just work with what you got. This plant right here is actually from cuttings of another plant that's up there. And I just put them in soil, and they've gotten this long already. So that's the coolest thing about plants is once you start getting it growing, you can create more and more. Now, here we go. Here's one that needs to be maintained. The pot needs to be wiped down. Look at that. It looks so much better, doesn't it? And this is a vining plant. This is a vining plant. This is a vining plant. But this one is growing up. It's vining upwards, which is really cool. Here's another plant that is from cuttings. I'm telling you, it's the best thing. You won't ever have to buy that plant again. I also like to check the roots of plants, because if they're growing out of the pot really bad, that means it's time to pot up. Sometimes if your plant is super dry, you want to fill it up, give it like 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds, let that water go down into the roots, and then give it another go around until this plant already has blooms coming up on top of it, which is super cool. This one is one that my aunt gifted me last September. And it's like a succulent type. It's very convenient when you're gifted plants and they don't know what it is. And you can just take a picture of it and it'll tell you. She gave me a few things like that I wasn't sure. You also want to make sure that when you are doing this process that you want to check for any leaves that are on the soil or anything on the bottom that doesn't really need to be there, just so it doesn't cause any other weird problems. Okay, I want to show you guys these cuttings. So what I was talking about earlier is once your plant gets so long, or you just want to cut it, you can let it vine or whatever. It multiplies itself. Or if your vining plants get too long, you can cut at a certain point. I know I have some other videos showing exactly how to do that. And you can put them in these little propagating stations, and then they become more plants. So what we're going to do is the water gets low on these because I fill them all the way up to about there on the top. So you just want to change these out and get some fresh water in there. And then whenever you're ready to put them in a pot, look at that. Isn't that so cool? All right, just want to show you guys that. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there for today. I ran out of fertilizer, but I had enough for all the downstairs plants, so it was great. So I'm going to order some more, and we can go upstairs and finish out this job. And then I'm also going to order an extension pole for my monstera. It's growing, and it needs some help to go up forward. So I'll see you guys in a few days. Okay, so I got a new bottle. That's scary. All right, I got my new bottle of Pump and Grow indoor plant food. We're gonna finish the plants up here. I only have 4 in this room, and I think there's 1 in the loft. So let's get to it. guys, that is it. I think I counted 35 houseplants. That's not including like flowers or my cutting propagations or any other bulbs going on. It's just houseplants, 35. Some of them will go outside when it gets warmer, but it's pretty much how it goes around here. And I could probably have more. And I do have more out in the garage, but I don't count those as houseplants. So 35 houseplants. That's a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you're interested in that pump fertilizer, it'll be down in the description box. And if you have any other questions about houseplants or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. I would love to see your plant collection. It'll be so much fun. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by.